Let's work through an example showing the different journal entries associated with payroll. So we're told that Stacy Lee worked 40 hours this week, earning $20 per hour, and she has the following taxes and deductions. So federal income tax, that was $70. And then we're told state income tax is 2% and FICA taxes are 7.65%. We're also given the information that federal unemployment taxes are 0.8% and state unemployment taxes are 5.4%. We need to prepare the journal entries to record payroll expenses and liabilities, the payment of wages, and the employer's payroll tax expense. But before we can even start working on these journal entries, we first need to find our gross earnings and our net pay. So our gross earnings, that's the total amount that Stacy earned. So we're going to take our 40 hours times $20 per hour, and we find that the gross earnings here are $800. Then, to find our net pay, we take gross earnings minus total deductions. So we need to figure out these total deductions. So our federal income tax, that's $70. That was given to us. Our state income tax, we need to find that. We're told it's just 2%. So we take 2% of our gross earnings. So 800 times 0.02, and our state income tax here will be $16. And then FICA taxes is 7.65% of our gross earnings. So we take 800 times 0.0765, and we find our FICA taxes to be $61.20. So if we add up those three taxes, we see that our total deductions in this case are $147.20. So now we have the information to find our net pay. Net pay will be your gross earnings minus your total deductions. So the net pay here, the amount that will be on the paycheck itself, is $652.80. Now we can start working on these journal entries. So to record the payroll expenses and liabilities, we're going to debit our salaries and wages expense. Then we're going to start crediting our taxes. We have federal income taxes payable, state income taxes payable, and FICA taxes payable. We also need to credit salaries and wages payable. So you'll notice our expense and salaries and wages payable don't have amounts right now, right? So let's think about what should go there. Well, the payable amount is the amount that you will actually be paying your employee, right? So that's your net pay. So payable, pay. Your salaries and wages expense, that's your gross earnings. So expense and earnings both start with an E, so you can remember it that way. And you want to make sure that your credits all add up to your one debit. So that's how we record our payroll expenses. Now, if we want to record the payment of the wages, well, this is when we debit our salaries and wages payable and we credit our cash. This is when we're actually writing out that paycheck to our employee, right? So this is for the amount of the net pay. Now, employers also have payroll taxes. So employers will have to pay FICA, as well as federal unemployment and state unemployment taxes. So we were told percentages for federal and state unemployment. Federal unemployment is 0.8%, state unemployment is 5.4%. So we can figure out these tax amounts here. So your federal unemployment, we take 0.8%, which is 0.008, times our gross earnings amount of $800, and that gets us $6.40 of federal unemployment taxes. State unemployment, we take 5.4% or 0.054 times 800, our gross earnings, and state unemployment is $43.20. Now, employers also pay their part of the FICA taxes, which is still that $61.20 that we found earlier. So how do we journalize this? Well, we'll debit payroll tax expense. We don't know for how much yet, but we debit payroll tax expense, and then we credit federal unemployment taxes payable, state unemployment taxes payable, and FICA taxes payable. And we can add those three amounts up to see that we need to debit our payroll tax expense for $110.80.